Hey, hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome back to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So, I entitled today's show, Old Habits Die Hard. And, sometimes old habits, or old routines, they can be really helpful, but sometimes they can be very hurtful. Now, I thought about this the other day while I was folding my underwear, of all things, right? And, you know, if you don't fold your underwear, yeah, I do. And the thing is, this is what got me thinking about these old habits because I learned how to fold my underwear a specific way in Air Force basic training. Now, I got thinking about this and I'm like, first of all, why in the heck do I still do it? But why is it that something that I learned all the way back in Air Force basic training, which was, 26 and 12, that's 38, about 38, 39 years ago, why is it that I'm still doing it the same way as I learned how to do it back then? Well, the simplest answer that I could come up with is it just became so ingrained in me that I still do it. It was a mind game in Air Force basic training to fold your bed or fold your underwear, fold your t-shirts and your socks, and everything had to be folded very specifically. We had to make our beds a certain way, and we had to do it, and we learned how to do it very quickly. Down to the minute details, we learned how to do it. And they would come through and inspect our stuff. And if it wasn't good, it might take us 3 or 4 hours to fold all the clothes that go in our 1 or 2 drawers that we had. But if anything was off just a little bit, man, they'd throw your clothes all over and mess up your bed, and you'd be starting all over. Now, that was all a part of the mind games, because if that did happen to somebody, other people in your flight kind of rallied around the person who got tore up, and they would help them fold their clothes and put their drawers up, get their drawers in an orderly fashion, if you will, so it could pass the next inspection. So, why they did it, who knows? But I'm still doing that the same way. Now, granted, I don't think how I fold my underwear, or the simple fact of even the fact that I fold my underwear at all, is really going to impact, things that I do in my everyday life, right? And then I got thinking about it. Well, maybe it can. Maybe the fact that a simple task of folding my underwear may have unknowingly programmed my brain to pay close attention to every small, minute detail in everything that I do. Now, I'm not sure about that, but I was in aircraft maintenance. That was my job for the most part of my Air Force career. And as a machinist, we made things to 1,000th of an inch. So very precise. And maybe that added to things. Maybe that added to different habits and routines that I do now. But to compare 1,000th of an inch, if you plucked a hair out of your head, we measured that, and the average hair was about 3 1,000ths of an inch. So the jobs that we were making, and the tolerance was even a third the size of your hair. So that's pretty minute, right? Pretty accurate. Now, I don't know if it could lead to something. I don't know if it could have hurt, if these habits could have hurt me or helped me throughout my years. But I just figured that's really hard to say, because most of the time on any given day, most of the decisions and the things that we do, we're on autopilot. We're just subconsciously doing it. We don't even think about it. We just do it. And our habits and routines fall in line with a lot of these subconscious things that we're doing. So it's really hard to say whether some of your habits or which particular habits and routines could be helpful or hurtful. And I think when it comes down to this, awareness is the key. We have got to be more conscious of what decisions we do and what habits we do and what routines that we continue to do. We need to decide which habits and routines are, threatening us or hurting us in any way, shape, or form, and which ones are helping us. And over time, we need to decide which ones need to be changed or altered or completely thrown out and start from scratch. So again, I thought more about that. I thought a little deeper on how can we go about finding out? How can we go about being more conscious? And I just thought about being aware of all the things that you do throughout the day and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Now, that could be very frustrating, to say the least. It's just a word that came to mind. And believe me, I tried this. So it is frustrating. I know it. And even if you can do it like maybe an hour out of your day or 2 hours out of your day, or if you get to the end of the day and you review your goals and you are realizing that you are not making progress on any of these goals, well, that's an opportunity for you to become aware of why you're not doing these goals. Is it a belief that you have? Is it a habit or routine that's keeping you from, succeeding on these goals or achieving these goals or even working on these goals? Is it something that you're unaware of that you're doing that's preventing you from reaching these goals? And I think we could really pay close attention whenever anybody gives us any kind of feedback whatsoever. Because if somebody gives us feedback and tells us what we're doing that might not be 100% on track or is wrong per se, we need to pay close attention to them. And we can't just blow them off. Because sometimes when people correct us or give us feedback, we might say, man, I don't think I do that, or I don't remember doing that. Man, if you ever say that, that could be a key that you are subconsciously doing something that is hurting any kind of progress or improvement in your life. Because when we do things subconsciously, often we don't remember doing them because it's just automatic. We're on autopilot. So if you get up in the morning and just think about tomorrow morning when you get up, concentrate and focus on everything that you're doing. Make a list of everything you're doing, and it's going to be exhausting. But you could pull out your phone, pull up the notes app, and just dictate to yourself. Okay, I'm getting out of bed. Okay, I'm checking the weather. Okay, I'm putting on my watch. Okay, I'm walking to the bathroom. Oh, okay, I went back and got my ear pods so I can listen to my daily devotion, or Run to Your Leadership Challenges podcast while I'm brushing my teeth. Things like that. If you could start keeping track of these, you might actually find something that you're doing that's unnecessary. And again, when somebody tells you something and you're like, man, I don't do that, or no way, I did not do that. Man, this happens with my wife. She tells me a lot of times that I'll do something and I'll be like, I didn't do that. And she's like, yes, you did. And if one of the kids are around, they're like, yeah, Dad, you did it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. So you got to listen intently to all kinds of feedback that you get. Now, pay attention. Again, awareness is the key. So start by being aware of everything that you do throughout your day and determine then what may be hurting you from making progress or improvement, or what's holding you back from reaching your goals, or what's hindering them. When you start doing that, then you could start identifying these habits and routines that are holding you back and hurting you. Hey, that's it for today. Come on back tomorrow for a brand new show. And until then, run to your challenges. We'll see you.